Good morning. It's Thursday. Who else has to think about it before they say it? Yesterday I swore it was Tuesday all day long, and then all of a sudden I went, wait, it's not Tuesday. Today it's definitely Wednesday. Well, now it's Thursday. I look forward to the day when we don't have to worry about what day of the week it is anymore. We don't even have clocks. I do believe we're coming to that place. So, while I'm waiting for some friends to gather at the playground, I am going to see if I can find me, as usual. It's not so easy. I think that I need to learn to refresh my page. I see too. Thank you for joining me. I'm sharing, grounding my energy, getting ready for something. There is a lot of sweet energy today, and so I was given a few words. Hi, Terry Angel. Thank you for joining me. I'm sharing out. Share, as you say. Share alike. We're very giving. Hi, Geraldine. Thank you for jumping in. So share. My phrase today is, as you might have already seen, thank you, Terry. As you might have already seen, my phrase today is mirror, mirror on the wall. What do we see when we look in that mirror? And what are we being gifted with? What, oops, I've lost me again. I'm not so good at this technical stuff. So, I love that you two were the first ones on today. I was blessed by coffee and conversation this morning. You know my personal stories probably better than anyone. So, you know, so many times we were raised in houses. I think it tends to be, I know it tends to be very common for those of us who are empathic. You know, maybe either we came into this world thinking, I gotta have these difficult experiences to wake me up, or we came into this world, I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. Did we plan it this way, or did those experiences that we had wake us up? Did they bring out the empath in us? I don't know which came first. Either I planned it this way, or whichever way it worked. So we'll just trust in the process. So let me get this shared out just a couple more places, and then I'm all yours. That's good enough. It's good enough. So I see 4. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can really see. Oh, I can really see you now. Yeah, it is a perfect phrase these days, isn't it? I've been really living by that lately, Geraldine. Thank you. I love you, Terry. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. All of this is happening for a reason. It's all part of our history. It's part of our future. It's part of our present, right? And so it's breathing it in and allowing ourselves to sit in it and just be still. Hi, Julie Kiss. Thank you for jumping in. Just be you. I'm being me today. Everybody gets to be you, whoever you are. So, mirror, mirror on the wall came to me while I was in the shower. And that is a deep lesson, and I think it's really the beginning. I've been really feeling led to pull back to the beginning of my bathroom floor, of the learning. I've had a lot of learning. You know, obviously life has been teaching me since I was born, but I've had a lot of learning since Steve's passing, and the most beautiful thing that I could learn after he passed was to get down on the bathroom floor and to find the truth of me. You know, I went in looking for him. I say that all the time, and I found myself. So I look at myself differently now. There are still times. Yesterday was one of those days when I kind of struggled with the reflection in the mirror. It's like, feeling kind of bad about myself. We still have those days. Hi, Sue Phillips. Thank you for popping in. Anybody else, if I haven't seen you yet, say hi, and I'll bring your name forth. So it was all about, for me, it was a lesson that I didn't even realize I needed to learn at the time. You know, I'd been through a lot with an abusive marriage, with my family. There wasn't a lot of loving energy in my family growing up, and I went through this marriage that was less than warm and cozy. So when Steve came along, he just loved me every day. No matter what was going on, he would start the day with, Good morning, gorgeous. You know, no matter how ugly I felt when I woke up, he just loved me. Every little piece of me. And every night, no matter what kind of chaos, with 9 kids between us, our world was a lot of chaos. And at the end of the day, it was always, I love you. And so he opened me up to the idea that maybe I was worthy of love. And I think that many of us need that reawakening. You are worthy of love, no matter who you're. Hi, Stacy. Stacy, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm glad that you joined us here today. Let me go back. I was feeling you for a second. So the idea here today is mirror, mirror on the wall. That person that you're looking at is falling in love with that person that's reflecting back to you. Even with those things that you feel are false. You know, the gray hairs, they're just creating a crown on your head. The wrinkles, the laugh lines, it's your experience. You've had beautiful experiences that have brought laughter into your world. And so it created little marks on your face to show that you have been smiling a lot. Little smile lines, whatever it is. We've been smiling. We've been bringing forth our light. And so can we be those little girls, little boys today? Can we, let's visualize. I almost see a ballet room today. Do you ever see, if any of you have ever been dancers or gone into a dance studio, there's a big long bar. I was never a dancer, so I've been there. I don't have a graceful bone in my body, but I've seen dancers and they have that bar and behind it is a mirror and they're looking at themselves. And so let's be in that space today of that dance room. It's a full body mirror. The whole wall is a mirror. What do you see looking back at you? That's what it's all about today. And I want you to find that part of you that's standing in front of that mirror and maybe thinking less of yourself than you should be. Maybe you've got some parts that you're not so happy with. Pull that person through. That may not be a little child. That may be a teenager. Or, you know, oftentimes when we're little, you picture these little girls. Have you ever seen them when they're all lined up in front of that little bar, that front of the mirror? They're little bitty dancers, and they're in those little tight outfits and tutus or whatever. And oh my gosh, they're little chubby and they're adorable, and they are so in love with how they look in that tutu. Later on, I'm going to go on to Angelic River Family. I'm going to post a picture of my little girl when she was getting ready to be in a play. And she used to have this way about her. She's kind of outgrown it here a little bit, and I'm not seeing it. She kind of, when Steve died, she kind of shuddered. She was only 9 when he passed, and he was her daddy. Even though he wasn't her birth father, he was her daddy. He was her daddy from the time she was 2.5 years old, so he was really the only daddy she knew. She lost a lot of security, and she grew up really fast when he passed, and she thought she had to take care of me. So I miss that little girl, and I remember her back before she lost him. And she was on the stage. She loved to act. She was just, she loved to put on a show. And I have a picture. I even have a video. I'll see if I can find that, of her turning, twisting in this little black leotard with the black tutu. Oh, she was so proud of that. So I want us to see if we can visualize ourselves as those little children today in those cute little costumes in front of that mirror in so much perfection. Because the parts of us that shut down, the parts of us that started judging ourselves, they probably happened at a little older age. You know, we were pretty happy with our little chubby selves. We would put on a bathing suit and nothing would stop us. We just loved it. We loved ourselves so much. So we want to bring that part of us in. Hi, Alyssa. The mirror helps the dancer stay focused on what they're doing. Our mirrors do the same thing for us. Perfect, Terry Angel. Love that. I really love that. Let's expound on that. Stacy, how do you start life over? First steps. First step, Stacy. I can only go back to my first step after Steve died, and my first step. I want to cry. You're hurting me today. I'm feeling you. My first step was getting down on my knees, getting down on the floor, and really, really, really learning to love me. And that's what it's all about today. This whole session today is about getting back to that very deep part of ourselves that is so in love with us, that God self. And everything changes when you can find that depth. That love that you are, the truth of you is really there. That's who you are, is that love. And so it's all about not looking to someone else. I know it's difficult in the face of loss and grief and all of these things to not want to look for someone else to bring comfort. I'm thankful that we have, I got to take these off because I'm crying. I'm thankful that we have people in our lives that will give us, most of us, many of us. I didn't have a big support system physically when I lost Steve. I was a single mom, and I'm not going to go deeply into the stories, but I was very, very much, I felt very alone in all of it. And man, I'm so thankful for the friends that came forth on Facebook. There's so many of you that I met during that time. And so I'd say, Terry, the answer to that is twofold. It is, not Terry, Stacy. Create a space for yourself. You gotta love yourself so much that you're willing to get down on your knees and get to know yourself deeply. And that means wherever you are, if you can. For me, the only place that I could find was my bathroom floor. It was quiet there. Nobody would bother me. My son would often say when I would come out of that bathroom after 2 or 3 hours, he would say, how was Narnia today? I would literally go into my own space, and I would curl up. Sometimes I was in a fetal position, oftentimes. And I would cry as much as I needed to cry. I didn't want my kids to see that, but I would let myself grieve. I let myself go to that deep place, because the truth is that's where you find yourself again. That's where you start over. I'm not the person that I was 4 years ago. I'm not that person anymore. I had to be willing to love myself enough to give myself that time and that space to grieve deeply, to not try to cover it up. And I still fall into it sometimes, those days. Yesterday was one of those days when I was super tired. And I remember a song came on in the morning, and it struck me. I was like, God, I just miss you so much. I have so much in my life, and yet sometimes it's like, wow. And I even have him. I still feel him around me often, and yet I miss that life that we used to have. So I'm not going to say that it's an easy process. It's not going to go fast. It's going to be a job. But do you love yourself enough to be willing to go to that place? Because I think that we really have two choices when we have loss. We can go to a place of victim. I'm going to be a victim, and I'm going to sit around and feel sorry for myself, and I'm not going to move forward. Or you can put on your cape, your superhero cape, and allow yourself to grieve like a superhero. Allow yourself to get in that space like, my heart is strong enough that I can do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to come out the other side. I can do this. I can start over. And you get to make that decision for yourself. And there's no right or wrong. The truth of it is, there's no right or wrong decision here. You are so loved no matter what you decide. If you decide you just can't do it, it's okay. You're still so loved. I just saw a yellow butterfly go right by the window. Hi, Steve. That's the truth of it, is you're never left alone in this. You're never left alone. You are so loved. You have many of us too, physically. You need me, you call me. I mean that, Stacy, Lynn, Gary. You're the one that I'm talking to. You are one of those people that helped me get through my grief. I am here for you if you need me to be. Firstly, the first thing is you love yourself, and you have to take the time. And all of you that are gathered here, if you haven't taken the time to learn how to look in that mirror every morning and say, you that is looking back at me and all of your flaws and all of your weaknesses, I love you. You need to do that every day. You'll feel foolish at first if you haven't started that practice. There is a yellow butterfly that's absolutely making a show right outside the window right now. How beautiful. First step in grief, in lower vibrational energy, those things that are happening on the planet that are pulling us down, that are making us tired, the first step is, how much do you love yourself? How much are you willing to give yourself that time before anyone else? And there is nothing selfish about self-care, about self-love. Do you want me to repeat that? There is nothing selfish about self-love. Self-love is all about learning to love yourself so deeply that you have this beautiful well then, that when those around you need you to share out that love, you are so full of love that you can then give it freely without depleting your own resources. So there's nothing selfish about that. Gerald Ann, sending up love, right, and light, Stacy, lifting you up in prayers. Yes, we're gathering around Stacy today. Stacy, I hope that you stay in this space with us today, because I know how much it's like I feel you today, and I'm holding back the tears. I don't know if you can tell. I know how much you're hurting. So we are wrapping ourselves around Stacy today, bringing all kinds of love and light energy to you as you're sitting in this space. And I hope that you're feeling that, and I hope you take that with you. Thank you to all of you that are reaching out to Stacy. Thank you so much for that. Gerald Ann, there's nothing selfish about self-love and self-care. Exactly. We can just keep repeating that over and over again. I could teach a class on that. I'm going to be teaching some classes soon. I can feel it. I'm getting the push. You're going to teach these classes. Okay. But that's what it's all about, is we go through these things for a reason. You know, if we could just see that. That's what Steve gave a message through a really great psychic. If you could only see how beautiful it's going to be, you would know why I had to step aside. I want you to know that even people that are still in living, in physical, will oftentimes step aside for us. They don't know why they're stepping aside. They don't understand it at all. There is a deeper soul plan here. And sometimes those people step aside because there is something greater that you're supposed to be doing. Because maybe that pain that you're going through is supposed to open you up to that greater purpose. Maybe there is someone else that is meant to be your partner, and it's not meant to be that person. Maybe the most important thing that you came here to learn is how to love just you. I had that lesson yesterday. I was feeling very needy. I've come through a huge loss just 3.5 years ago. So being in these relationships, when I stepped away from Peter, it was like going through a loss again, and it threw me right back into grief. When Jim is very busy and he has his own life and he has things that he's got to do, there's that very needy little child in me that can be very like, oh, but I want you with me. I want to keep you safe. It surely goes to that. It's that fear part of me, like, wow, I'm worried about you. I don't want to lose another person. Please, please, just stay here with me. I will keep you safe. And the realization is, what's coming to me is, wait a minute. Jim has a whole team of people, too. He didn't come here all by himself. I have a whole team. I can call in my dragons. I just learned that I have a dragon. I can call in this team for those people that I love, for my children, for those people that can't be close to me, even when they are close to me. I can call in these angels, this team, and I can remind them to call in their own teams, and I have so much available to me. So here in this space right now, Stacy, I'm reminding you that you have this beautiful team. You are surrounded by love. You are never by yourself in this. So you're going through some difficult times, and the reminder is that please ask for help. Don't try to do this all by yourself. Find yourself a quiet place. Sit down on the floor. The most beautiful thing I did was to sit down on that floor and start meditating deeply. And I saw things that I never thought possible. I'd be meditating, and I saw the face of, I'm quite sure the one was Archangel Michael. I saw this face come. I'm sitting there with this meditation going in my ears, and all of a sudden I've got this face coming down at me, and it was the most beautiful face I've ever seen. It was like golden curls and the bluest blue eyes I've ever seen, and his mouth was moving, and I want to say his, but really the face was not necessarily male or female. It was like, we don't really have male female on the other side. It was just this absolutely glorious perfection. And the mouth was moving, and I couldn't hear what he was saying, but I knew that there was a message there for me, and I think it was enough to know that you're not alone in this. I'm here. Keep doing that work. You're not alone. Wow, this turned into an emotional thing today. I think it's going to stay that way. I was afraid of that. I wasn't afraid of that. I'm glad for it. I'm glad that we can feel together. So What do you need to do? You know in your heart, all of you, you know in your heart, are you doing the work? On the days when I'm really struggling, I haven't done the work today. I haven't gotten down on that floor in a while. I ask. Have I asked to have those cords and attachments that are pulling me down? Have I even asked to have them cut and severed today? Have I asked to have a little help? Have I asked my angels to come to me and be with me today? Because the rule is, and we made this rule, they can't help us unless we ask. So please, Terry Angel, I hope you're still here because I want to give you this. And I've said it a few times before, that I hadn't slept for months after Steve died. I truly didn't. I hadn't slept when he was sick. I was up and down and up and down and up and down. 24/7 I was with him. And after he passed, I just couldn't sleep. I would wake up in a panic state looking for him over and over again. Absolute just anxiety-filled panic. And I remember posting, I can't sleep. I'm really struggling. I was getting really sick. And I remember that you said, have you asked your angels for help? And I was like, do you mean I can do that? Like, I didn't know I could do that. I was just, when I say that I'm different, I'm so different now because people like you woke me up to what was available to me. And then it was like, okay, if I've got this, I can get through anything. And I've just expounded on it. I've made these angels my friends. I've called them in, and I want to feel what you feel like. Can you come in right now? Okay. They come in, and I'm like, wow, that felt good. There is nothing like Archangel Michael when he enters the building, and there's nothing for me. There's nothing like Jesus. Like, I saw him in a vision too coming at me, and I'm like, well, okay, yes, you are so alive. You are right there. So please, whoever you choose to call in, if you're whatever belief system you have, it doesn't matter what name, please know that you are not alone, that you are so loved. And that person that you're looking at, back to the mirror, that person that you're looking at in the mirror, I wish you could see yourself the way that they see you. Work on that. That's your exercise for the next 24 hours. That's your homework assignment. Try to visualize what you look like to your angels. And I can guarantee you look perfect. I can guarantee you that they are so in love with you. You are amazing, incredible. That little newborn baby that you've held in your arms, all of us have at some point, or a newborn puppy or a newborn kitten, whatever you see as perfection, that's what you look like to them. They only see your perfection. They only see all of these. They're like, oh, look, she did that silly thing again. Isn't she cute? Isn't she cute? That little person that just kind of, they don't find fault in you. They only love you. That's all there is on the other side. They only love you. I got to see you again. I got to go back here. Perfect. I love you guys. Sign me up, Diana. Okay, you're in the class, whatever it's going to be. Stacy, I'm glad you're getting this today. Sue's sending you prayers too. Powerful insight. It's just flowing today. Geraldine, I don't even know. The work seems overwhelming. Yes, it is. Okay, Stacy, it's overwhelming. It's only overwhelming because you're in such an exhausted, broken state right now. And that's the point when you just fall on the floor. My gosh. It is overwhelming. I know when you're in a lot of pain, it feels like there's no way you can get out from underneath it. I can remember that feeling, that sense of, wow, I don't know how I can keep breathing. This hurts so much. How can my heart even keep beating? I really thought, there was a big part of me that thought that I would be one of those people that died of a broken heart. But I made it. My heart kept beating, and your heart's going to keep beating too. And you're going to come out the other side of this changed. Don't expect that you're going to come out if you're willing to. I say the work is not hard. In the beginning, the work never gets hard. If you're doing it the way that it's meant to be, you have so much help. You're lifted up all the way through it. And so it's just a matter of giving yourself time and space and saying, yeah, I'm going to get down there on the floor, and whatever needs to come to me, I'm going to let it come in. And I would suggest to you, I would offer to you, if you would like a one-on-one session with me, I'm more than willing. I would love to get on the phone with you and we can just talk. Really, if you just need somebody to hear you, I'm good at listening. I don't have to do anything else for you other than to call in your team. We'll sit together and you can just talk, and we'll sit in that energy for a while, and it will lift you up and help you on this difficult path that you're on. I can give you that much, and I'm more than willing. Elizabeth, thank you for jumping in here. Okay, so let's call in. Yeah, it's time. Let's start calling in our own teams. And Stacy, I'd like you to, I hope that you'll stay with us because we're going to lift you up today personally. And anyone else that's having a difficult time, you don't need to speak it. You can just allow yourself to bathe in this today. We're going to bathe in some truly, truly loving energy. We're going to call in the teams. Whatever it is, you know, somewhere inside of you, you know that you have angels and guides and so much love, source energy. And I am going to start doing this regularly. For a long time, I tried to set this aside because I didn't want people to feel uncomfortable. But I really, really feel strongly that Steve wants to be a part of this. It's like, because he has a connection to you, Stacy. You're one of his people. And it's really, really, as soon as I say his name, it just takes my breath away. So let's let him. It's good. That's good stuff. Let's let him be a part of this too. Let him come to you. The glasses have to come out. They're fogging. So I want us all, you've got these little children that you've brought forth. Let's have a little visualization. Let's also enjoy. See yourself in front of that mirror. Okay, let's all stand in front of that mirror as little children today, as the most beautiful little part of you that you can imagine, because you are beautiful no matter what you've been through, and all of your scars, they only make you. We talked about the moon yesterday and the craters. Those scars, those little craters on the moon, they only make her more beautiful, just like you. You are beautiful and you are so loved, and we're asking the angels, we're asking our loved ones, if you have someone who has passed. Stacy, I'm feeling for your dad for a second, because it's early yet, but I did feel a presence there. So we're allowing, yes, come in, and let's bring in this loving energy of our ancestors and our guides and our angels. And we're allowing Archangel Michael to come in and please wrap us all in a layer of protection. Keep us all safe in this white light, this beautiful blanket of protection. And we're calling in Archangel Raphael for healing. Such a calm comes through all of a sudden when I feel him. So let's let him come in and do some healing work. My heart is so full right now, and I hope that you're feeling that too. Allow your heart to just fill up with this energy for just a few minutes. Call in your own loved ones. We welcome anyone that is here for our highest of good. We welcome you into this little healing space with us, that you would wrap each one up in loving energy. The grandmas, I feel lots of grandma energy. Quilts, I see quilts coming out. Wrap us all in those loving quilts. Let's all sit in this energy of love for just a few minutes. Let's be wrapped up. The quilts are all colorful. Can you picture your own quilt? I see them hand-stitched. Each little thread. Hi, Dito. Stacy, I know you love Steve. He loves you too. Allow yourself to be wrapped up. Picture your quilt. Picture it being wrapped around your shoulders. You're being held from behind. That's what Steve would show me. So I want you to feel that hug for just a minute. He would come up behind me and he would literally wrap me. It was like a bear hug from behind. And I would stop and I'd be like, oh wow, I can't even breathe. I've learned how to breathe through his hugs. Yeah, I had to tell him, hey, loosen up a little bit, bud. I can't. But he really has a hold on me right now. So I hope that you're feeling that too. And breathe that loving energy in. The veil is so thin, if it's even there anymore. And those that love us, that have already passed, they are so ready to bring us the love that we long for. It's a love that you cannot find on this planet. You cannot find that perfection other than it coming through source energy, through the angels, through our loved ones that have passed. They bring us this loving energy that is, I can't even describe it. And yet it's here right now. I feel it. And I want you to breathe that into your heart space. Fill your heart up with it. Stacy, please, for you, especially, and all of us that are here, fill your heart space right now with this loving energy. Know that you are wrapped up. Stay with me. I see you just, it's not one, Stacy. You're just absolutely wrapped up in just so much energy right now. Your angels are coming to you. And your daughter and your mom. Let's pull them in too. Let's ask your daughter and your mom, their Holy Spirit higher selves, to join us in this healing circle. Let's hope that they agree to that. I felt that. Let's send love and wrap them all up in love right now. I see us as light beings. We're all just gathering in a big circle around these that need this loving attention. Their hands are like going over the top like a bridge. There's love shining down from your hands. It's just sprinkling down. Let it go. Move your body a little bit. How does it feel? How does it feel to just do like an infinity symbol in the sky? Reach for heaven. Stand up and just reach whatever you feel like you need to do. Fill your heart space. Give it space. I love to stretch because it's like, all of this love needs room. It makes me breathe easier, and it integrates that love into my body. And we're all going through this big change right now. And if you don't know you're going through this change, I'm going to tell you, you're going through a change. Your body is learning how to integrate this love that comes from, that is really who you are, that comes from Source, that's reminding you of who you are. It's filling you with this love, and it's letting you feel that sense of, oh, that's who I am. When I'm no longer in the body, that's what I step back into. I get to feel it in my body. I want to feel that love, how incredible I am. When I look in the mirror, I want to see my soul shining through. That's when I learn how to truly love me. When I see the truth of who I am and the truth of who you are. Look in that mirror right now and see this being of light. It's like rays. I'm seeing golden rays shining from your heart space out in every direction. That's the truth of who you are. Every one of you. Just as much as anyone else on the planet. None of us is more gifted than the next. You are all, every one of us is a being of light. Let that get to your core. Breathe it in. Let it get to your core. And as we're sitting here, we ask for a clearing of our physical selves, of our chakra centers. So I'd like you to sit there and allow, if you're willing, allow yourself to be washed, this golden light to come down into your crown. Can you feel it? It's like you're standing in a waterfall of this beautiful white light, and it's just shining down on you, and it's hitting your crown. And as you're sitting there bathing in that love, all wrapped up in that beautiful, colorful quilt, that love is shining down through your crown, and it's going down in. Can you feel it here? Sometimes you'll feel a little, like this is what I feel. I feel like somebody's just standing there just kind of doing this. Yes, bring it. Bring it. Clear away the clutter. Down into the throat space. If you feel like you need to yawn, stretch that out. Breathe into your throat right now. Allow a clearing. We want this to hit every cell of the body, every muscle, every organ, our skin, our eyes, our ears, our toes, our hair, every part of us. Bring life, bring love, bring light, healing. that will shine even more brightly when we walk away from this. When we walk out into the world today, people are going to look at us and they're going to go, what is going on with that person? And they're going to see, they're going to resonate with that love, and then it's going to help them to wake up. That's what we're all about. Go out into the world, let other hearts resonate with yours, whether it be online. Sometimes it's reaching out like this if we can't get into the world. Sometimes it's going to the grocery store. If you got a mask on your face, let it shine out your eyes. Smile with your eyes. Let them see your love. Let them feel your love. Remember, when you walk out, you can set an intention on everyone that crosses my path today is going to be blessed. I would like them each to be blessed today. Whether it be animal, tree, person, rock, whatever. There's blessings. I see us just walking through the world with this path behind us of, you're like little hearts that are just following us everywhere we go. And they're like, oh, where do I gotta go? Oh, there's one. And that little heart breaks off and it heads over to someone else that needs you, that needs that love. We just radiate it today. And it's down into the heart space, filling your heart just so big with love. And that heart space is so full that I feel it bouncing back up into the throat. That energy is just, there's so much healing in the heart space, so filled with love right now. Breathe, let it come in, integrate that energy. It's just incredible. Wow, thank you for that. I thank our angels and our guides and for all this healing, source energy, for joining us here. It's so beautiful. And down into the solar plexus area, let's clear away all of those little things that no longer serve us. Anything, whether you know what it is or whether you don't know what it is, if it's no longer serving you, if you're ready to release, just focus on letting it go. Drop your arms down. I am letting go, letting go. It's like the phrase of the day lately. Are you willing to let that go, or do you want to keep carrying that heavy stuff around with you? Because if you let it go, we'll help you fly. So please, let it go, let it go. I've been saying I wanted to fly for like 2 or 3 years now. And it's funny, like now I feel like I might be able to. The more I let go, the lighter I am. My light being inside of me is taking up more and more space in this physical form. It's an incredible sense of freedom. So keep working on letting go. Just let go. You don't need it anymore. You don't need to suffer anymore. You don't need to hurt anymore. You can let it go. Down into the second chakra, feel that mama energy. Mamas, grandmas are here, great grandmas, all of that divine feminine had just entered the building. So let's allow that to flush right on through. Wow, incredible. I'm just bathing in it. I hope you're feeling it. Very calm. Feels so beautiful. Down to the sacral chakra, we're building a beautiful foundation for you to work from. That's your platform, a jumping board, diving board. You're getting a beautiful foundation right now. And let's let that energy flow right on down. I'm feeling heat going down my legs, all the way down to my feet. It's hitting the base of my feet, right in that center part. You know, in your feet, right there in that ball. It's not really the ball, whatever it is. Your hands and your feet have chakra centers too. We're flushing those out. So you might feel like rubbing your hands. Your feet might feel a little tingle. We're going to visualize roots coming right out of that area, right down into the earth, all the way down to that crystal core, the soul of the earth. And as we get there, that beautiful energy that's flowing through you is filling that earth space, that's allowing for the earth to feel that same healing energy. And as she feels it, she's sending beautiful healing, grounding energy right back up to you. There's a perfect exchange. The earth gives and takes just equally from us if we allow it. So we're giving healing and we're receiving healing. Let it flow through your body, right up back through your feet, all the way up through. It comes up and it's hitting your spine again, at the base of your spine. And it's getting your chakras spinning perfectly, and any blocks that you don't need anymore, anything that you're willing to let go, any soul contracts, any old karma, any ancestral energy that no longer serves you. Focus on just letting it go, flush it all out, let it go as it's getting your chakras spinning, spinning, spinning all the way up like a little rainbow, boom, 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 and it's shooting right at your head. Right at your head, and it's reconnecting you. It's giving you a better connection to your Holy Spirit higher self that's on the other side. You are getting a perfect connection, like you are this, what's a word? Receiver. You're receiving right now, a transmitter. You're getting this beautiful energy, and as you receive that, you're like a cell tower to the world, connecting this golden grid, this grid of energy all across the planet that you are very much a part of. And you're all clear, and you're perfectly transmitting, and you are helping to create this new energy on this earth of love. Wrapped up in love. That's what I'm hearing. You're absolutely wrapped up in love today. You are getting all of the help that you need. You are so, so very loved. Please allow that energy to flow today. Don't block it. I know how difficult it is when you're in pain. But it's there anyway, even when you can't feel it. It's always there. It's always there. It's always trying to remind you. It's knocking on your door. Do you remember me? Do you remember me when you were a child? You knew me. Remember me now. Receive. Be willing to receive. Julie, thank you for letting go. I feel such a sense of release right now, of peace, of wrapping one another in this sense of just absolute purity and love. I'm listening if there's anything else that needs to come through, because I feel so at peace right now. It's just a big thank you. It's a big thank you to each one of you for being here, for going through these things that are so painful. This is like the front line. They know that, and they know that there is suffering going on with you and with those around us, that we're feeling this collective energy that is so difficult to live on this planet, and they're just saying thank you. We say thank you. Thank you so much for joining us here. All of these ancestors, source energy, God, whoever you want to call on, Jesus, archangels, ascended masters. I like the angels of the violet fire. I love it when they enter the room, and I just felt that too. Saint Germain. So just allow yourselves to be wrapped in that today. Know that you always have them available to you. That's your reminder today. We're always here. Even when you forget, we're always here. We want to help you. We want to care for you. We want to love on you. So keep that quilt today, okay? Visualize your quilt of many colors wrapped around you. Whenever you're feeling sad, whenever you're feeling low, pull that quilt back up. Just pull it around you. And that can be your intention today. You're telling your angels that whenever I do this, I'm allowing your loving energy to wrap itself around me. Can you see that? Scarlett, you're so welcome. Julie, you're welcome. Sue, you're welcome. Alyssa, I'm so thankful for all of you. Julie, I'm so thankful for all of you for joining me today. I'm looking. It's still a little early. If you've got anything that you want to share, please do. Otherwise, I'll let you get on with your day. I love the word, Carol-Ann, I love when you say yummy, and that's how I feel right now. I really feel very yummy. So I'm so thankful to all of you. For Linda, thank you for jumping in here. I hope you'll watch the whole clearing, because it was lots of love here today. Lots and lots of love. Sending all that love to you right now in a big love bomb, Linda. You popped in here, and I'm so glad you did. So all of us that are here, that are gathered, that have just gotten all nice and cleared, let's send it all to Linda. Boom. You got a big love bomb. We're all wrapping you up. It's beautiful. All right, you guys. I don't see too many. If you, Stacy, if you need me, call me, please. Anyone, if you need me, call me. I'm here. If you can just send me a private message. I love you guys. I thank you for joining me again. I hope that you'll come back tomorrow. I know we didn't play a lot today, but we sure did a whole lot of, what's a good word? Self-care, self-love today. It's all about self-love. Look at yourself every day. See that beautiful shining light that you are, and just say, I love you. I love you first. I love you. Fill yourself up. It's going to be okay. It's always okay. It's always okay. We're going to get through all of this. This morning, we got one, Julie, or Alyssa, let's see. This morning I was feeling the collective shaky energy strongly, and this has basically blasted that out. Excellent. I think we all needed this today, and I'm so thankful that we got that. That all we had to do was ask. Oh, yeah, you can have that. Here it comes. Boom. Good, Linda. I'm glad you'll watch on the replay. You guys take very, very good care of yourselves. If you're feeling shaky, I highly recommend right now that you get a lot of sleep. Lots of sleep and lots of water. There is a whole lot of work going on right now. 24/7 we're being pushed to work. Even when you're sleeping, things are happening inside of you. So please take the time. If you're exhausted and you need that time, and I'm telling myself the same thing because I am the most stubborn little girl on the planet. I'm like, what do I got to do? Oh, I'll just have some more caffeine. I'll go out for a walk. I'll do this. I'll do that. Sometimes the body really just needs sleep. So if you're feeling that today, please give yourself a break. Cut yourself some slack. Get your little blankie and pillow out. Take a rest. Stacy, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Love on yourself. Love yourself so much today that you take good care of yourself and take care of yourself first, and then you can take care of everyone else. But fill your own bank up first, okay? You're so welcome, Dito. Am I saying that right? And if I'm not, please tell me. Thank you. I love you, Geraldine. 1, 2, 3, big. I love you guys. I love you. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you've got sunshine like I've got. I'm going to get out there in those mountains. I love you. I will see you tomorrow. You're so welcome, Stacy. So welcome. Take good care of yourselves. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.